Donald Trump's UFC show at the White House is facing a wave of criticism, and viral videos are fueling the backlash. Ahead of UFC Freedom 250, the White House South Lawn hosted ceremonial weigh-ins, fighter face-offs, fan activities, and media events featuring stars including Ilia Topuria and Justin Gaethje. But as footage from the 18th festivities spread online, many critics shifted their focus away from the fighters and onto the venue itself. Particularly controversial were images showing military honor guards taking part in UFC-related events. Critics accused the administration of blurring the line between official government ceremonies and a sporting entertainment event. One viral post declared, "Trump is using honor guards at a UFC event on the Lincoln Memorial." The same user added, "No, this is not okay. Don't you dare call yourself a patriot while supporting this crap." As the clips gained traction, the criticism intensified. Another social media user wrote, "Not surprised. What can I say? We are an embarrassment." Others described the event as inappropriate for such a historic location. One widely shared post read, "This is the most cringiest thing seen in White House." The criticism didn't stop there. Another commenter wrote, "Elect a joker and expect a circus is being proved time and again. What a downfall." Some criticism even came from people identifying themselves as conservatives. One viral post stated, "This is an absolute disgrace for our country. I'm a Republican, not this man, not this party. Beyond shameful. There is no respect or honor here." Another wrote, "This is beyond disgraceful. Our military deserves better." The backlash comes as Trump prepares to host one of the most unusual sporting events ever staged on presidential grounds. On June 14th, Trump is scheduled to attend UFC Freedom 250 at a specially constructed arena known as the Claw on White House grounds. Trump has promoted the event in typical fashion, describing it as the greatest show on earth. The card features 14 elite fighters competing in a series of bouts designed to showcase both striking and grappling disciplines. Critics, however, argue that government property and national symbols should not be used for a UFC spectacle. The event has even faced a federal lawsuit, with opponents describing it as a profound misuse of our sacred national monuments. At the center of it all is Trump's long friendship with UFC President Dana White, a relationship that has now brought one of the sport's biggest events directly onto presidential grounds.
I don't really think about that stuff. You know, the Sphere happened because I went and watched the show there, and then you all know how this ended up happening. I like arenas where fans can get a great experience. I like arenas where we don't have to worry about, the elements. This is obviously, I mean, look on the screens. The setup here, this is a one-of-one incredible event, and I love it. But I'm not looking to go outside anymore or do anything crazy. We'll just do some arenas for the rest of the year.
Donald Trump's massive UFC birthday celebration at the White House is just hours away. The octagon is built, the lights are up, thousands of fans are preparing to descend on Washington. But now, an unexpected enemy is threatening to steal the show. Not protesters, not lawsuits, not even bad weather. According to forecasts, swarms of insects could become the biggest headache for Trump's historic UFC spectacle, and even UFC boss Dana White has already sounded the alarm. After months of planning and tens of millions of dollars in spending, the White House South Lawn has been transformed into a giant UFC arena for Freedom 250. The event marks U.S. President Donald Trump's 80th birthday and is being promoted as one of the headline celebrations for America's 250th anniversary. But as the final preparations continue, organizers are facing a problem that's impossible to completely control: nature. Washington, D.C.'s summer weather is expected to be brutally challenging. Forecasts predict temperatures soaring into the 90s with humid conditions, possible thunderstorms, and periods of heavy rain. Weather experts have also warned that lightning and sudden downpours could impact outdoor events across the city, and that's only the beginning. The bigger concern may actually be what's flying through the air. Bug forecasts are warning of extreme insect risk across the capital: mosquitoes, gnats, stink bugs, roaches, and other insects known to thrive during Washington's hot and humid summer months. Under the bright lights of a giant outdoor UFC arena, experts say insects could gather in huge numbers. That could create major problems for fighters inside the octagon. The combination of sweat, humidity, bright lighting, and swarming insects could make conditions uncomfortable throughout the event. And if there's one person who knows the challenges of outdoor fight cards, it's UFC President Dana White. White has repeatedly said he prefers indoor events because weather and environmental conditions are impossible to fully control outdoors. In fact, he recently revealed that after attending a White House event, he was stunned by the number of insects buzzing around the grounds. According to White, the gnats were impossible to ignore. The experience reportedly prompted immediate discussions with UFC production teams about ways to protect the event. Special contingency plans have now been in place. Organizers are reportedly preparing custom coverings, industrial fans, and weather mitigation systems designed to handle rain, wind, heat, and potentially even insects. But with thousands of spectators expected to attend, nobody knows exactly how effective those measures will be once the event begins. The 3-day UFC celebration actually starts before Fight Night, a major press conference first at the Lincoln Memorial. The following day, fighters including Ilia Topuria, Justin Gaethje, Alex Pereira, and Cyril Gane weigh in near the Ellipse. Then comes Sunday's main event at the White House itself, a political spectacle unlike anything seen before. The event has already generated controversy far beyond weather concerns. A watchdog group and several residents attempted to block the fights through legal action, arguing that federal property was being used to benefit private commercial interest. Critics describe the event as an inappropriate blend of politics, business, and entertainment. A federal judge ultimately rejected the challenge, clearing the way for the fights to proceed. Questions also continue to swirl around the event's financial ties. Sponsors have reportedly paid premium prices for exclusive access packages. Broadcast and streaming rights are attracting major attention, and Trump-branded UFC merchandise has already begun appearing ahead of the event. Financial disclosures have additionally shown that Trump owns shares in TKO Group Holdings, the company that owns UFC and WWE. Despite the criticism, Trump has fully embraced the event. The U.S. president recently announced that the Department of War would use the UFC broadcast to unveil a new military recruitment advertisement. Trump described it as part of a broader effort to promote what he called a renewed warrior ethos. The announcement immediately sparked fresh debate. For now, however, organizers appear focused on a much more immediate challenge: the weather, the heat, and the bugs. Because while lawsuits have failed and construction crews have finished their work, nature may still have the final say. And if Washington's insects decide to crash the party, Trump's historic UFC birthday bash could become memorable for all the wrong reasons.